up, legends? You will absolutely be judged by how you look and how you present yourself every single time. So, if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't go to the gym, if you don't eat right, you will not have this 10 out of 10 aura in which you'll be able to attract 10 out of 10 girls. In order to attract girls, you have to work on your look maxing, your body maxing, and your eating maxing. And when you elevate these things, it doesn't really just help to get a girl, it helps you to become more confident in the first place, which makes you a 10 out of 10 and you attract the same thing. This universe is very fair in and of itself. Yeah, it is unfair, and at the same time, it is fair for those who actually pull off the secret, the hidden code, which I'm about to give you right now. I've had so many pictures I could show you with the girls and stuff. I have had a tremendous success, but it didn't come easy. You got to remember something. As a kings out here, okay, as a man, I'm telling you, what usually happens is you gotta realize one thing, that these girls are never single. The girls are never single. They're always with somebody every single time. Okay? So these girls are never single. And what happens is you are not actually getting the girl, you are taking her from somebody else. Right? I think you know that. These girls are getting thousands of DMs while we speak right now at this moment. So, what value do you provide? It's kind of evil. I know that this is true. It is. Because the girls are not ready to date a guy who works in this Starbucks. These girls are not ready to date a guy who works at Tim Hortons or as a cleaner. That's just the fact. It became so much harder. You have to accept the fact that everybody is trying to show off to pull girls, right? And I've been in the game. It's much easier for me to pull off. Trust me, I have. But the thing is, if you want to get to that level, so I can tell you how you can get to that level, but it might not work for you because I never really met you. Soon we'll have a one-on-one coaching and conversations. We can do a lot of look maxing. I can show you my how fat I used to be and now how lean I am. Probably not sure if you can see it. Getting much more leaner, and but this result does not come in 10 days or 20 days. It takes a month, but you don't have to get in the great shape to pull it off. There are so many other things of how you take care of your skincare routine, your hair. These all subtle little things makes a huge difference. Now, I know there are a lot of dating coach out here will tell you straight up what to do or what not to do, but what I'll tell you is completely opposite than what they're saying. It's because you don't want to join this reckless game. No, you want to play cool. You want to play smooth, play cool. Not greedy, not aggressive like I need this girl, I need this girl. You have to have a mind state. First, two things. You have to take care of yourself. You have to go to the gym. The other good thing about going to the gym is not just the shape, because it also releases endorphin, which makes you more confident, and you sweat, which makes your skin more clearer. So that's another aspects of it. You have to swim, you have to go to the sauna. They all have their own benefit. And when you stack up these things, you become an unimateable force. And that force will attract the girl. If you don't like, I want you to look at yourself right now. I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that what are the things I could improve? Is my hairstyle? Should I need to cut my hair a certain ways? Should I need to do something else? Like you really, really have to internalize these things. That what will make me better? You know, probably you have to trim your beard certain ways. Probably you can get a like the glasses, you know, and probably like these are the things, you know, your facial stuff. And then you have to work on your ability, on your belief system. Look, guys, I've met a lot of ugly guys with the prettiest girl you could ever see. You know how? Because they have the balls and they have the confidence. And confidence, for most of us, like I know for a fact because it happened for me, so I could tell you from the experience, confidence comes from working on yourself, your self belief. For me, confidence comes from when I look great, when I wear nice clothes, when I look fit and tight. But for some people, these ugly people, never been to the gym, they still able to pull it off. So it does, because you know it does take some time to get in the shape, but you can still pull it off because I've seen some. You know, it's your belief system. That people say you're fat, you say no, I have a six pack. It's how you carry yourself. Now, the problem with this is that you kind of have to lie to yourself and you have to make it believe. It's kind of harder. But what's easier is when you do have the shape and stuff, you're just chilling, you're just relaxed. The girls comes to you. But if you're not that in great shape or it doesn't look that great, then you have to try a little bit hard. That you have to go and approach. You have to talk, but you don't want to go through that situation. You don't want to go up and talk to random thousand girls. Yeah, you might get one girl, but you're gonna go all day. Instead of making money, you're gonna approach girl like all day long, and probably you might get one, pull it off, and then she leaves in like in 10 days or probably in about 3 months. Nothing is working out because like you don't have that confidence, and so these are all things. But when you build a beautiful garden, which means your body, your looks, how you take care of yourself, like how you talk, or is your belief system is good, then you're just a calm rider, man. It's just so much easier. They comes to you. You don't chase no validation or anything. That's the good part about look maxing, because it attracts. You know, you might want to get a tattoos. Get it. You might have to trim your beard every single day, you know? So, however way you think, you know, like these are the ways that will give you confidence. I might tell you, look, I might tell you a lot of stuff that do this, do that, but it might work for you because you might have the greatest, I've seen greatest body and then the greatest people, but they don't have self-confidence. They can't go up and walk up to a girl. And I've seen ugly guys are pulling off girl because they go up to walk on a girl. But it becomes so much easier when you have both. When you're good looking, still confidence, because the good looking was supposed to be giving you the confidence. It does it for me. But sometimes still I've seen some people, those are different kind of people, and I wish I could teach them. Soon I will be coming up with a course where I'll be teaching one-on-one of how you can do it, like have absolutely rooted belief system and how you can penetrate girls' mind. That's the number third. Penetrating girls' mind. And that comes from absolute self-belief. And the self-belief comes from taking care of yourself. And so like you see where I'm coming from. There's three different stages. I hope you understand. The last steps is that you have to penetrate not just the pussy, the mind. Because you can do anything except bore her. The boring guys get ignored right away. You cannot make her bored. You constantly have to like, like penetrate her brain. Not all the time, but when you do penetrate, she remembers that for the whole fucking day. That good of a confidence and bold move you have to make sometimes. But that only comes, you are able to do it, this kind of penetration of mind, when you have self belief in you. Otherwise, it will not happen. And this, how does self belief comes in? Is you have to go to the gym. You have to trim your beard certain ways. You have to take care of your skin. You have to brush your teeth. You have to see your progress of how progress are you making or what are you doing. So, and these things, you see, these things is not just to get girls. You actually level up in yourself. You feel good in yourself because you worked out today for 2 hours a day. You dedicated 2 hours a day for workout, probably sauna. You dedicated 1 hour for your self-care, and you dedicated 1 hour for meditations, like 4 hours. A lot of people don't know what to do. There are so many stuff we can do, trust me. There are so many stuff we can do, like to improve our life, like the eating good. You probably have to don't eat outside, save money, and then eat good food, eat good protein, and all this kind of subtle little thing will make you who you are. At the end of the day, it's you. So you're investing on yourself. So instead, and when you invest on yourself, you don't actually have to go walk up to a girl like these guys do on Instagram and social media. Like they're walking all day long, but they're one of the most miserable people you may know. Trust me. Instead, if you use all this energy to building yourself, you attract. You don't chase anymore. You just pull up to a bar, or you just pull up to a cafe, and you're just sitting there, just chilling, probably having your cigar. Like if you have a cigar, you just let me sit. One sec. You pull up your cigar like this. You know what I'm saying? And you just chill. That comes to you. That comes to you. When you build yourself to a person who take care of yourself, you build a magnetized force. Instead of going up to a girl, if you use that time to build yourself, going to the gym, like having the best food and having good mind, you attract them. Instead of chasing them, use that energy to chase that energy to building yourself, to go into the gym and take all this energy in you. And when I have all the energy to you, it comes to you. So how do you build confidence? You build confidence by stacking up wins, like going to the gym, washing your face every single day, taking shower, getting good cologne, and all these kind of things, and eating good foods, proper amount of protein, proper amount of carb. I'm fairly lean, and the girls love this littleness. They don't like it fat because they are fat either way. You gotta remember something also. There is no sun without the moon, no pain without the gain, no joy without the pain. The pain is the secret sauce of life. When you go through the pain, if I can ask you, when is the best thing happened to your life? It was a bad time of your life. Let's say you cannot pay the rent, but if the rent is due, you gotta pay the rent. So for me at least, and then I start to figure out certain different ways. Like my dominating thought is, how do I make money? And another good thing about making money when you're looking great and you have money, these things just nothing. You never have to chase girl. Like it just comes to you, man, because you just look so great. You just look so beautiful. You just look so pretty. So that's what I'm saying. It's just that you have to build yourself to a point where it comes to you. And it's pretty easy. It's not that hard, guys. You just have to believe that you can. Your belief system is one of the most important thing that you can work on, and your belief only becomes strong your belief becomes so strong is when you look sharp and when you look great. So the look maxing does work. And also, not alone, the look maxing cannot get you where you want to go. Is you have to go and talk. And how do you go and talk? You go and talk by, like, but you don't want to be like when you go and talk in a nice way, not like a creepy way. And you are able to go and talk when you know that you are good, when you know that you are the 10, when you know that you are the shit because you have been putting in the work, so you know you deserve it. You know, like I was talking to a girl like a couple hours ago, and then there were two different girls. I was just chilling. So the girl who is, one girl was, let's say, both are beautiful by the way, and one is like a different color. She has a black color hair, but other girl has a blonde hair. So the black who has the black color hair, I think she knows her worth, and the blonde knows her worth. But these are all the social structure. Remember, these are all social programming. So the black girl was talking to me like black color hair. She was talking to me that hey this and this. She was hyping up everything, and she was doing everything great. But the blonde girl wasn't really talking much. She thinks she's the best. It's just a belief. She knows she's blonde, so she knows her value. you know, so she's not trying hard. And but I wasn't giving her attention. I wasn't paying her attention, and I was talking to that girl, and she was telling me a lot about, different stuff about like how, um, like we're talking a lot and stuff. So the blonde girl all of a sudden, it started. I didn't say anything. All of a sudden she said, "Oh, my hair is blonde. My hair is blonde. It's a natural blonde." And she was trying to show off, because I'm not paying her attention. And the other girl, I'm paying her so much attention, and she wasn't feeling great. So she had to pull off something which she has the values to get my attention, which is her blondness. And bam, she started. That's what I caught her. You have to read people's mind. You you know what is your value, okay? You know what's your worth. You have to put something on the table for you to get it. If you're tall, that's great. I'm tall, right? So, like, if you're good looking, yeah, that definitely helps. If you're blonde, if you're this, and if you're that, if you're brown, if you're black, blah, 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 blah. Everything has a value attached to it, which the society determine itself. And if you're not one of them, you're not gonna know your worth. But again, everybody could build yourself. You can be any color. If you build yourself, if you go to the gym every single day, if you eat right, you'll automatically get the confidence because you're working, going through the hard time and working on yourself. And when these things aligns, you start to have self-belief that I've put in the work, I've taken the time, I've taken the time to eat only the great food ever, and then you kind of implement you kind of like level up. You kind of know your own worth, and when you do know your worth, you're not settling down for low level girls because you know your worth. You know, as only the broke people have one girlfriend. Only the broke people have one girlfriend. Trust me. The people like us. I'm not again. I'm not telling here. I'm not saying you. It might sound that I'm bragging about myself, but trust me, I'm not. My facial expression has never changed. People like us pull a lot of girls. That's just the fact. Because we take care of ourselves so much. There was one time I met a Russian girl. I went to Vancouver. I was in my hotel. I'm in downstairs, and then she came up to me, and it was one of the greatest. It was a Marriott Pinnacle in Vancouver, and she came up to me, and she said, "I can show you the photo too. We went for a dance." And then she said, "Do you know where is the dancing? Do you know where can I dance salsa?" And then I said, "Follow me." No, nothing like Like, hey, I know where it is. Let's go. I says, follow me, because I was in a roll, man. And she came, and then we started dancing. So that was me and her. We're dancing. She's pretty, by the way. So, like we went out together. Uh, on the next day, we went to the. So she was Russian. So the point is, what she told me is, she told me something I would never forget. She said, "Why would I settle with somebody less than me when I spend so much money in me?" She said, do you know how much my makeup cost? Do you know how much, I take, I have to pay for the membership and this and that? Why would I settle for less? I would never forget. She was the real one. At least she was real. That how do you expect to pull a 10 out of 10 if you don't take care of yourself? Do you think just go walk up and talk and it'll work? Yeah, it might work like sometimes, but will it not be much more easier if you take care of myself, you are onto her level or better than her level, if you have money also, that'll like look plus the money, then you'll be on the double standard. And then, like, these girls, like, you will be able to attract like 10 out of 10 girl, and you would be settling with probably 5, 6, 10, 10, 12 girlfriends. When I was living in the Marriott, I was dating like different, like one day it was French, the different day it was German, the other day was Hungarian on my birthday, uh, when I was in Vancouver about 2 years ago. So it's just that when you live in the top places, when you look good, you don't even have to look good when in the top places. But if you do look good, take care of yourself, and if you, plus you live in the hotel, a nice place. That comes to you. That comes to you. Prettiest Russians comes to you. Don't chase girls. You are the kings. You have been programmed to chase girls. Instead, attract them. Magnetize them to you. Go to the gym. Eat the greatest food. Take care of yourself. At the end of the day, nothing else matters except for who you are. Your body is a vehicle. You have to run it. Eat watermelon. I don't care. All day long. Spend so much money on this. But at the end of the day, you are not just leveling up it for girls. You're actually leveling up yourself. You're becoming better version of yourself. And everything else comes to you. Like, it's same with the money. Instead of going to job after job, create probably a channel. Like, do your own journey. Like just the same way I'm doing, but you need to have experiences in life. You have to be that positions that where you fuck around so much. The only reason why I can give you this wisdom because I've fucked around. I beat that guy who was in the bar 24/7, 7 days a week. Even the bar doorman knows me. Like, everybody you go to in Toronto, they knows me. Everybody you go to in Montreal, in Vancouver, when I was there, they knows me because when I pull up from my hotel, I pull up with a sick T-shirt and like $1,200 of glasses on, you know. Let me show you the glasses. Right there. I pull up with this girl. Pull up with this bitch. What's up? You know? And everybody comes to talk to you because you look too good. Too good to ignore. You know what I mean? So I think that's how life needs to be lived. You know? I think that's how life needs to live. And and when you take care of yourself, when you wear the greatest clothes, when you wear like like this one, like like the classic Nike. It's like 800. This one, you won't see it in anybody. They're custom made, only a few. So when you take care of yourself, when you have the amount of money you can afford these things, like, and it's not it's money. Yeah, money helps, money amplifies, but it's not just the money. It's taking care of yourself. Okay, that's probably too much secret sauce, but I hope you take some lesson from this, and and yeah, that's it. These are the thing. Taking care of yourself, number one. When you take care of yourself, you'll build that confidence. Number two, when you build that confidence, you'd actually be able to walk up to a girl and say any shit and pull her off because you know that you have your base, you have your beautiful garden, and and these are, and you also become a better person. Remember, when the money comes, don't be an arrogant. Give people, help people, because when you help others, the karma is very real. When you help others, others will help you. So when you do these things, you build a beautiful garden for yourself. The butterfly comes. This is a German way of saying, if you chase butterflies, it flies away. Instead, if you have a beautiful garden, you attract the butterflies. So build your garden, kings. Build your garden. Eat the greatest food. Don't eat McDonald's. You're stuffing your McDonald's. There are so many people, and then you're thinking why nobody likes me. It's because the amount of shit you're eating to yourself. Like, why would you? If I tell you that, if I give you some bleach, and then if I tell you like, drink this bleach, will you drink it? No. But if I put a bleach inside of a beautiful burger or something, make it really nice, and I say, oh, this is nice, tastes good, smells good, you eat it, knowing that it could kill you. It's psychological tricks. This McDonald's, this beautiful, this nice burger shop and stuff, they're playing with your head every single day. So you have to know the good in yourself. So instead of chasing, you have to attract the things in life. And now you know how to attract these things in life. Is by building yourself, self-care, and read books, but the good books, like the not the typical type of books which makes you overthink, like not the intellectual books. You have to have like absolute self-belief, and these are called ruthless delusional. How to be delusional. Read about how to be delusional, how to have a self-belief, like not in a boxed kind of way. People will try to box you in. You have to become different than these people, and that's what values the most. The gold is valuable because not everybody have gold. It's hard to find. You have to be the same guy, and don't chase girls. Don't pay too much attention, because it seems creepy when you give too much attention. Because, and you will not even look at girls when you know that you have your money intact, like you have you're beautiful. Like you'll not even look at this girl, bruv. Like when I pull up, I don't even look at the girls. I swear I don't. I really don't. And what that does to them, it fucks up with their psyche, that hey, everybody's looking at me. This guy's 10 out of 10, but he's not looking at me. What the fuck? Like, I need to talk to her, and why she's not giving me attention? Then the girl talks about, oh, I have a blonde hair, I have this. They try to show you off instead of you show them off. Do you understand the tricks? You have to flip the reality. You have to flip the reality. So kings and queens, I know you can do it. I know you can do it. This is possible. And I've done it. And I'm not like 99% of the people. I have my own money. I try to work hard for myself, and I have my own lifestyle. I know how to enjoy life. So you have to have your life together. So soon we'll be talking about how you can get your life together and have all the things. We're not meant to work 9 to 5 because you'll have no energy for yourself and to build yourself. We'll be talking about all these things. So keep coming back, legends. You all are legends. It's time to go right now, but I'll be back soon, and we'll talk more. And I truly believe that you deserve a better life. You know, I truly do believe. Don't become like 99%. Become the top. Become the top. Be legend. Be legend. Be legend. That the world would know about you. That the world would know about you. That the world would know about you.